What's up, boys? MKTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today, what we have for you is going to be my new draft, my updated draft for the third time for Euro 2024 Fantasy Football. If you do enjoy, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Also, if you do want to join the MKTV YouTube League, there is the link in the description down below, or the code. We currently have 2 people in it other than myself, so do go ahead and join that. It is in the link in the description. For the auto join, or the code is in the description for every single one of the videos, and I might even pop it on screen right now. But yeah, massive thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop straight into my team. So to kickstart the goalkeepers, in the first position we do have Verbruggen from Holland, or from the Netherlands, who plays on the 16th of June. So obviously a goalkeeper. The last thing I did do in my last draft, I made a mistake. I kept 2 goalkeepers that play on the same day, which is a big mistake. And it's something you don't want in your draft. So something I didn't think as thoroughly through as I first thought. But my first goalkeeper, Verbruggen, a decent defence in the Netherlands. Against Poland, I do expect them, to at least have a chance of getting a clean sheet. I think Poland aren't brilliant, and hopefully won't be very, very good in the Euros for the sake of my goalkeeper will be Verbruggen. But yeah, I think he should be the Netherlands' #1. 4.5 million as well as a very decent price for a goalkeeper that has a good defence. The likes of Van Dijk, Frimpong in front of him. Very, very nice defence, and I want to get a bit of, I was looking at the 4.5s. It was between him and Lunin, who I've had in my previous draft. I decided to go for Verbruggen for this occasion, or for this draft. So second goalkeeper, we are going to go with Mark Sells. Not 100% sure if he is going to be the #1 for Belgium, but it was between him or the Dibuts, I think is his name, for Hungary. So between them two, 4 million goalkeeper options. But I'm not sure if either of them are going to be #1 for their respective nation. So I did just go with Sells. And if he does play, brilliant. If he doesn't, then obviously I'll have to change that as well. But I do expect Sells to at least be in with a chance. It's between him and Casteels. I've gone with Sells. And I've gone with Verbruggen as my 2 goalkeeper options. So not a lot spent on the goalkeepers, which is always good. Try and keep it at a minimum. Because that's not where the points are going to be scored, really, for my team. Heavily in the defence, attack, midfield is where we want to score the majority of our points. But they're my goalkeepers. Let's move straight on to my defence. So into my defence next, and I'm very, very happy with it. I think it's a very strong defence. There's certainly aspects of it that I could go cheaper on, but I've decided to play the game, or at least design this draft in one that I think a lot of these nations could go very far in the tournament. The likes of Portugal, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, they all would be favourites to go far in the competition. So first of all, I'm going to start with the bench. João Cancelo, really, really good defender. Like I said in my essentials video, or the players you need, in my opinion, you do need a Portuguese defender. I think Diogo Dalot or Cancelo. I decided to go with Cancelo here. I just think he probably is a little bit more nailed on. I've gone with Cancelo. He's a very, very good attacking output for Portugal. He gets the defensive attributes as well, with the likes of clean sheets, points and stuff, ball recoveries, all that type of thing, but plays a little bit forward, a little bit more forward than your typical fullback obviously for Portugal, very attacking. So I'm gone with him for 6 million. It is a bit expensive, but I've said, you know what, I'm going to splash the cash. I want a bit more in my defense. And yeah, why not? I've gone with Cancelo. I think he could be a very good option for me as well, and for you if you're thinking of building a draft similar to this. Second defender I have gone with is Theo Hernandez. I did previously have Jules Koundé. I've gone with Theo Hernandez mainly for the fact I think he is a little bit more nailed on for minutes, especially with Lucas Hernandez being injured. Ferland Mendy is another option as well, who could play at the left-back position for France. I think Theo Hernandez does have that nailed on though. At 5.5 million, he's not the most expensive. Plays Austria in the first game as well, which I think is a very good fixture for him and a very good fixture for France. Very attacking fullback as well. That is a theme I'm going for here with my defenders. Very attacking fullback for France, and I think he could get a massive, massive haul or 2 over the course of this tournament. Really, really like the look of Theo Hernandez. Next, we do have Max Mittelstadt. Again, someone I've talked about a lot on this channel, and someone you've probably seen in a lot recently in regards to Euro Fantasy 2024. He's a player that should be playing for Germany in this Euros. Playing at left back, hopefully, as well. I've talked about him a lot, so I'm not going to go into big detail on him. David Raum is his competition in the left back position, and he should be starting for 4 million. He's a player who reduces the budget a little bit for me, which is very, very nice. It's still a very good defense in Germany, and also does come away with, he's one of the best defenses probably in the tournament, based on the fact Germany are a good side and they also are the host nation. So I'm not going to talk too much more on Max Mittelstadt. Very good option. If you want a little bit more in depth on him, go into one of my other previous videos. There's loads of the talk on him there, and he was even in my very first draft. So he stays in the draft as well. Next player we are going to be going for is going to be Dimarco of Italy, mainly because I really like that first fixture against Albania. I think they should come away with a clean sheet there, hopefully. I think it's 60% chance they do, which is very nice. Obviously, Albania could still sneak a goal, which is absolutely possible. But I don't really, I do like the chance that Italy will even, progress through the tournament as well nicely. And Dimarco, again, a very attacking fullback. Very good season for Inter this season as well. Plays left back, can play right back as well, but Di Lorenzo has a right back on lock. So left back should be Dimarco's. And he's very attacking on a lot of set pieces as well, which will be very nice. A lot of crosses in the box and stuff as well for him. So really like the option of Dimarco. Again, like I said, the team here, there's a lot and a lot of attacking fullbacks or attacking players in this squad, which is obviously, you have the most chance of returns from attacking players. So next player and the final defender we do have here is going to be Grimaldo of Spain. Now, the main reason I've gone for Grimaldo, he's off the back of a season that he's done unbelievable for Bayern Leverkusen. I think it's something like, is it 17 goals this season he's got or something stupid? It's crazy, 15 or 17 goals, something like that this season, and a load of assists as well. Playing in the left wing back role for Spain. Not sure what system they're going to be playing, but potentially will be very, very attacking for the Spanish side. Playing against Croatia in the first game, so not the easiest fixture. However, he is on all set pieces if he does play. Maybe not penalties, but there is rumours that he could be on free kicks, corners, and potentially penalties. Not sure on the penalties, though. I would put a question mark over that. Probably will be Rodri for them. But he'd be on the rest of the set pieces, corners, free kicks. He's an unbelievable option, Grimaldo. At only 5 million as well. I couldn't believe how cheap he is. He's a very good option. And I do like having a little bit of Spain in this squad as well. So I've gone with him. And that does conclude my defence. Really, really happy with how the defence looks. Probably the strongest it's looked throughout my drafts. But is that going to be because my midfield is a little bit lighter? So again, let's start from the bench to begin things off. We do have Çalhanoğlu of Turkey to start things off. Now, he was in my very first draft, and I did like the look of him. On all set pieces for Turkey, he should be. Maybe not penalties, even though I would expect him to be on all set pieces, if I'm being very honest. Penalties, free kicks, and corners, he will be on all three, hopefully. And he's just a very good option. 6.5 million. He's probably Turkey's main man for attacking output with creating. And the fact he's on penalties as well just gives me that little bit of edge. I really like the look of that when he's on a lot of set pieces. It just gives him more of a chance of going ahead and getting some more points. He was also in my hidden gems video because I don't think people have actually looked at him enough. He's a really good option. And Georgia in the first game could be a very good game for him. He could come away with a decent haul there. So I've gone with Çalhanoğlu there in my squad as well as my first midfielder. And I just really like the look of him. I think he's a definite, you should be at least looking at him, see what you think. But I think he's a very good option and he's in my squad because of that. Moving on, a player who hasn't left my draft at all yet as well. Could be the fact I'm a Manchester United fan, but it is Bruno Fernandes of Portugal. Now, the fact I have Bruno Fernandes in here, he does always seem to do very, very well for Portugal. The fact he's on a lot of set pieces as well should be on, if Ronaldo's on the pitch, probably will be penalties given to him. But he should be the second penalty taker for Portugal, or if Ronaldo's off the pitch, he'll be on them. Free kicks, likewise as well. He will be on some free kicks. And corners he will be on as well, hopefully. So he's on set pieces for Portugal. Not all of them, but at least a majority, or at least some. And yeah, I really like the look of Bruno Fernandes in the Portuguese side. He should be getting a lot of minutes, 90 hopefully each game. He's a player who doesn't really, come off in games unless he's injured and stuff like that as well. But I've gone with Bruno. I like this squad. I like the midfield balance. There's a bit of, there's some midfielders who are slightly more defensive, but ball recoveries come into play there. And there's some a lot more attacking as well. But the main factor in these players I'm picking, set pieces is key. That is what my strategy is with this kind of thing. Moving on to the next midfielder, we do have Rodri, who is on penalties for Spain, or at least should be. And yeah, penalties for Spain, Croatia in the first game. I want to get a bit of that Spanish attacking output as well, just because I don't really know who's the I don't really know who's going to be their main goal scorer. So I think the goals could come from midfield or the likes of Grimaldo in fullback. So I've gone with Rodri. He scored a lot of goals for Manchester City this season. He's kind of changed his role. Yes, he could be playing in the six for Spain, but I do believe the fact he's on penalties, all the ball recoveries he will be getting, I think he's actually a brilliant option. Really, really solid option inside Euro Fantasy. And that's why I've gone with him. Why not? Give him a go, see what he's like. And yeah, I've just gone with Rodri as my next midfielder. He's a little bit more cheap than some of the other players, but again, very, very valid option inside my midfield. Moving on, we do have Szoboszlai of Hungary. Now, again, someone who I probably haven't talked about a lot on this channel in regards to Euro Fantasy, but for Hungary, he's the main man. He's playing against Switzerland in the first game. He's on penalties, or should be on penalties, should be on free kicks, and should be on corners. So he's on all three set pieces again. Like I said, my strategy with this team, a lot of set pieces in this, dead ball, corners, whatever you want to say, free kicks, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of chance of getting some attacking returns from these players. Szoboszlai should be the main man for Hungary, scores goals for them, gets assists. He's their best player by an absolute mile on all the set pieces. I just think he's a very good option for that. And again, Hungary could easily get out of their group. It's not like it's the hardest group in the world. It is quite difficult, but I see Hungary could definitely come out of that group and hopefully progress forward as well. So Szoboszlai is in my team. I like that midfield. I like the balance. And he's just he can get the ball recoveries, but he'll also pop up with a goal. So I think that's an absolute no-brainer. Very good midfielder in there. And that's how it's looking. But finally, to wrap the midfield up, we do have a German player who is currently my captain as well because he's playing first in game week 1. If you don't know how that works, is basically you get 5 captains. Each match day is 1 captain. You could switch or whatever if you're happy, whatever, and all that kind of thing. But Florian Wirtz is my 5th midfielder, and he is my captain for game week 1, playing against Scotland. And he's just had a very good season. He's had a very good season. He's a very good player, very technically gifted player. I won't lie, it was a very tough decision between him and Ilkay Gundogan of Germany as well. Just because I think Gundogan is going to be on penalties for Germany. I don't see Florian Wirtz being on many set pieces. He could be on frees or corners. I don't expect him to be on any set pieces. I just think he's going to be a very good option for Germany in general. And I didn't want to go all penalty takers and stuff as well. I think that could be a bit boring. Obviously, the more the merrier in regards to that. But I've gone with Florian Wirtz over Gundogan. That could change. But yeah, I like the look of Wirtz. He could be very attacking for Germany. Could be any goals they score, assists, whatever, all that kind of thing. He'll be involved in that. That's what I do like about Florian Wirtz as well. He's a very attacking player. Not really looking at ball recoveries and stuff from him, but a very attacking player and definitely one I want in my team in the first match week of Euro Fantasy. So that's how the midfield, defence and goalkeepers look. Let's take a look at my 3 forwards and see how they are looking. And finally, to wrap things up, my forwards. So I've changed my forward line yet again as well. The 2 players that don't seem to be leaving my draft are Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappe. We'll first talk about Harry Kane, England's penalty taker, England's possibly best player in general. He's going to score, he's going to assist for England. I think against Serbia, he could come away with 2 or 3. He's just a very good option. 11 million for him, it's expensive. Same with Mbappe. They're both absolutely worth it, in my opinion. They're both brilliant players. I could change Kane to the likes of a Lukaku, but I do want a bit of England in my squad. I do want some of that England attack. And I've actually gone away from the likes of Foden in midfield or Bellingham. I just think, I've seen a few comments as well, I do want the player who plays in the 10 if England play with a 10, because I think that player could do really well, whether it be Foden or Bellingham. But I just think Harry Kane is the one that's guaranteed going to score or assist. Bear in mind, he doesn't get injured. I don't think any of the rest of them are guaranteed to start. That's the only issue I do have. And if Gareth does play with a 4-4-2, I think it could really affect the midfield being Bellingham or Foden. So I've gone away from that. I've popped Harry Kane up top. I think it's very strong, and he's a very good option up top as well. Next, we've Kylian Mbappe, who's on, I don't know, is he on free kicks actually? Should be on penalties. Free kicks maybe as well. And he's just a very good option for home, or not home. There's no home or away. But a fixture against Austria in the first game. Kylian Mbappe is a must-have. I've talked about him enough as well. If you don't have him in your squad and he scores 2 or 3, you're going to fall behind in Euro Fantasy. Do not take the chance. Don't think you're cool going against him. pick Kylian Mbappe. You will regret it if you do not. That's my second forward. And my third forward, we do have an interesting differential, actually. Dovbyk of Ukraine. I do apologize if I've butchered his name there, but he's playing against Romania. I really like the group for Ukraine as well. I think he could come away with a load of goals. He's 25 goals this season for Girona. He's a brilliant player. And for 7.5 million, I think he's very, very good value for money in this game. And I've gone with him. I want someone different. I was with Lukaku. I went down to him, and that meant I could upgrade my defense a little bit more. So I've gone with Dovbyk as my third forward. I think he's a really interesting pick. One you should definitely at least consider in your squad. Whether or not you pick him is completely up to you, but definitely give him a bit of consideration because I'm liking the look of Dovbyk. And I don't want to talk about him too much because I think a lot of people might go with him if he does score in the first game or second game week as well. So I'm going to keep it on the low. Dovbyk is in my squad. And yeah, that's all you need to know about that. But that's my squad, boys. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of it as well? Do go ahead, join the mini league as well, boys, at €4 fancy. It is in the description down below. Join the auto link or the code is there as well. So that's going to be my squad. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know your squads or any, tips or tricks you need in the comment section down below. Hoping to do a video where I rate your teams very, very soon as well. So make sure you join the Discord. I'll leave that in the description down below as well. And that's my squad, boys. Let me know what you think. Any future videos you want to see on Euro Fantasy, leave them in the comment section down below as well. Massive thank you for watching. Drop a like, subscribe as well. We're on the road to 5k subscribers now as well. Not too far away at all from that. And yeah, massive thank you for watching. And I'll catch you boys next time with the next video. Peace.